Hey everybody, this is Threshold Training's workout of the day for Monday, July 27th. Hope everyone had an awesome weekend and were able to enjoy the sunshine, but we're also able to stay hydrated and cool. So, today's workout, if you are in person, we're doing front squats. Okay, we prescribed a number of sets and reps that allows you to build to a heavy single for today. This could be close to your max. This could not be close to your max. It's just going to be based on what you're feeling for today. So as we get heavier in weight, the rest will get longer. Okay, so we'll start with 3 sets of 5, rest about a minute or so. We'll go to 2 sets of 3, a little bit heavier loads. We will rest 90 seconds to 2 minutes. Once we get to our 3 sets of 1, our singles, we'll rest 2 minutes or more. Keep in mind you are progressing load between each set, basically using the 3 sets of 5 as warm-up just to get explosive and to get comfortable in the front squat position, and then we are building heavier from there. If you're at home, you'll be doing 5 sets of 10 cyclist squats with a minute rest in between. So you have a little bit of a different stimulus, it's more volume, okay, less rest because ideally the weight will be the same for you. If you're in class, we want you to record your heavy single number. You will need it in subsequent weeks, so make sure you record this down. For the front squat movement, what tends to get fatigued the most as we go further into our front squat weights is that front rack position. Okay, the legs generally can support the load, okay, but we need to make sure that, yes, we're keeping your elbows high by pushing the bar with your hand back into your shoulder, okay? So this will help keep your front rack nice and tall and your torso nice and tall so that when you do come out of the bottom of a heavy squat, we're not dipping forward or caving in. We're staying tall and we're supporting that front rack position as we come out, okay? Once we are done our front squats, at home, we're doing, like I said, 5 sets of 10 cyclist squats. So you will need to prop your heels up on a book or something similar. Rolled up towel will be fine too. And you're gonna hold a load in that goblet squat position or even that front rack position, if you're able to. You can also use something that you can bear hug or something that you can hold in like a Zercher style position. And what you're gonna do, same thing, we're gonna try to get our hips below the parallel line of our knees. It's okay if our knees come over our toes, that's fine, so long as we don't lose contact with that object that's under our heel. And we'll come right back up to standing. So we're just looking for control on the way down and back up. From here, we are doing 2 different Tabatas separated by 3 minutes of rest. So the goal of this is to get comfortable repeating and cycling multiple reps of the given movements that we've prescribed here, and to get you comfortable working for a 20-second period and a 10-second rest in between those 20-second intervals. So you have a nice 2-to-1 to work rest ratio. These movements should be right now good enough that allows you to work for the full 20 seconds versus doing 1 to 2 reps and you feel like you're tired and can't go anymore. The pull-ups will probably be the exception to that. We're going to start with these movements within this format, and then as we go in future weeks, okay, we're going to change the movements to make it a little bit more challenging to work for the full 20 seconds. So the way it's going to flow, we have a 6-minute Tabata to start off. We will alternate movements. So I will do 20 seconds on, accumulating reps of one movement, take a 10-second rest, and then do 20 seconds of a different movement, 10-second rest, then I'll go back to the first movement that I did, then go to the second, and then first, second, and I'll alternate back and forth until 6 minutes is up. That'll be 12 total intervals or 6 intervals per movement of accumulating reps. So that first movement will be kipping pull-ups. The second movement will be wall balls. So your goal is to try to be consistent between how many reps you get in the first interval interval and the last interval of each of the respective movements. So for example, if I in pull-ups start off with 10 pull-ups, my goal is to try to get 10 pull-ups in all the subsequent intervals. Same thing with wall balls, and the same thing with the 2 movements down below in the other Tabata. So for pull-ups, alright, kipping pull-ups, we should already be able to do a maximum of 10 unbroken pull-ups. What that means is if I asked you to say how many kipping pull-ups could you do in a row until you reach essentially a failure point, you should be able to tell me 10 or more. Even if you could do 5, okay, what'll happen is we won't get the response desired. What'll eventually happen is by the 3rd, 4th, and even 5th round, what we'll do is we'll start fatiguing out to the point where we're just doing singles, right? And all of a sudden, within that 20-second window, we're only really accumulating 3 to 4 reps, which is not exactly what we're looking for. We're looking for you to do the majority of your reps in that 20-second window. We want you to work for that 20 seconds. We don't want you to work and then have to rest for more than 10 seconds or 5 seconds between reps. Okay, so if you're asking yourself, should I do kipping pull-ups? Ask yourself, can I do 10 or more unbroken? Okay, as a max set, the answer is no. Okay, let's do ring rows instead. Okay, or bar on the rack strict pull-ups. Okay, we won't use bands today. Okay, for kipping pull-ups or strict pull-ups. Okay, we're going to do a different variation. After this Tabata, pull-ups and wall balls, we'll take a 3-minute rest. Then we'll do another Tabata, same format, 6 minutes long. We will alternate between the following movements: 1 arm alternating dumbbell snatch, and then a weighted box step up alternating legs. So my dumbbell snatch, we prescribe loads as 50 pounds for males, 35 pounds for females, and then we can scale that to 35 pounds for males, 25 for females, or whatever weight allows you to move through multiple reps at a time, working again for that whole 20 seconds. Same goal still applies. You're trying to get your reps consistent between interval to interval. So our dumbbell snatch will start on the floor. We'll finish up overhead in a locked out position. Then we will switch arms either in the air or on the ground and go up for the next movement. As you are bringing the dumbbell down, bring the hips low with that dumbbell so you can keep your chest tall and you can effectively use your legs in the movement. Then for that weighted box step up, you may hold the dumbbell wherever you'd like, shoulder, suitcase, overhead, front rack, okay? So if you choose your shoulder, okay, both hands are on it, I'm stepping all the way up with one leg, standing tall in the box, and then I'm switching sides. Okay, that is our workout for today. Have an awesome Monday and enjoy this workout.